Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Throwing on first down. Dyson. It's brought in by Harris. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And Sanders now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Go now. 18 Gator. Right here. Rock it. Shoot.
On first down, Boyce. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
7 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Boyce. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Let's go.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On third down, Dyson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Boyce. He's got daylight past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop.
On 1st down, Boyce. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 3rd down, Boyce. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will toss to Brown. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Brown. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Ready? And logo.
It's now 3rd and 5.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Dyson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down. Boyce.
Yeah, baby.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's it, baby.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox lights. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, orbit. Snap.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 3rd down, Boyce. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They come out here in the eye.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close to me. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd and 6. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. as his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce breaks through the contact. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Boyce. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, Boyce. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Look at me. Go.
This is Grant. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
51 to
Now a carry here for their fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Dyson. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll run on third down with Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Boyce. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. 6-6, pull it high. Lead river.
Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hatchet. Go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On second down now. Boyce, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Now. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun, Dyson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dyson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Block it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On the set. Check, 59. All you get on the head. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Boyce. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Hey, seam 6. 2.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they... Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready. 8-3. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Now.
On first down, Boyce. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. They'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Let's go. 50, plant. You draw Corker. I got you. I got 5.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Got it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And again this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Slam. Shoot.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man win? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbins. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Haywood! Mike's 50, Mike's 50! Go!
Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. Ready?
Hit it!
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Let's go!
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Vikings nothing.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First and 10 at the 42.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Set. 90, Wolf. Buzz.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Rock it.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ready?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Mike 50, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings' 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. 30 base. Let's go.
Off play action. McCarty. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake. McCarty. It's hauled in by Shepard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready? 70, Indy. Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. McCarty into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Slam. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Smoke. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Hey, Alpha. Hey. Here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 50. Mike 50. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Set. 90, Wolf. Hey, Foxtrot.
Move. You got 3 down.
Mike's 50.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still put good.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barry. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up second and 1 at the 37-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, high 7. Shoot.
2nd and 1. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 41.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third down.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Check out.
On third down, Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down, Panthers.
Let's go now. 50, plant. You bet. Protein spill. You better be afraid of me. Shoot. Roll out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 60 or. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Put up.
Watch out. Big end. Check.
Hey, lock it. Clear.
Check the backer.
Put up.
On first down, Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Okay, ready?
Mike, 50 seconds.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
Wide, get wide. Check. Lee Griffin.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
53, Mike 53.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now.
Off the bootleg. McCarty. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, no, look. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Hey, watch the lane.
Hey, check.
They'll look to throw.
Here we go.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant.
Hey, Sam off. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. Room here to run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Good job, offense.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next to score, Panthers 21, Vikings 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. It's our field.
Deep grip.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Check Mike 50. Mike, go.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Leo. Get it.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Get the 60 outlaw. Watch the twist. Undercut.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Set, ready? 60 or. Look, squeeze.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
70, Indy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Crossing route complete. That's Barry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey,
looking to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. From the 30. First and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Set. 10-2 stop. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Right there. All day, baby.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem